Hi, everybody. We're going to give it maybe 30 seconds to 1 minute, and then we will officially kick off our webinar. All right, we'll give it maybe 30 more seconds. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. We have a lot of great material to cover during this webinar, so I'm going to keep our introduction short so that we make sure that we give the majority of the time to our amazing presenter and MVP, Adnan. I'm Sana Hansen, and I support client services and project delivery at Olive & Goose. We're a technical consulting firm and Microsoft Solutions partner, and we help organizations of all sizes with business consulting, technical consulting, and managed service needs. Today's webinar, our topic is From Copilots to Knowledge Agents, the next wave in SharePoint. And as I mentioned, our technical consultant and Microsoft MVP, Adnan, is going to be leading the session. We should have time for Q&A at the end, so if you do have questions, we'll invite you to use the meeting chat functionality and put your questions in there, and then we'll address them during that time. Adnan, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Thank you so much, Sana, and hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening from wherever you have joined. And welcome to today's webinar on From Copilots to Knowledge Agents, the next web in SharePoint. Just a second. So, just a second. So my name is Adnan Amin, and I'm working as a senior technology consultant at Olive & Goose. And I have been over 20 years of experience of working on Microsoft technologies now. And I have a development background. I started back in 2005. And I'm a Microsoft MVP since 2015. And I'm MVP on Microsoft 365 and the Copilot. And I'm also a Microsoft certified trainer since 2009, almost 15 years. I have been working on SharePoint for almost over 15 years now. So let's take this session that how much things has been changed in past 15 years for me and also for you who have been working on SharePoint today. I'm just turning off my video and so that we can focus on the session. So what we are going to cover today, we will be discussing about copilots and agents in Microsoft 365. We will see some difference between them, that how they are different or they are the same thing. Then we will jump into the agents available in SharePoint and also in Microsoft 365. And then we will also discuss the new knowledge agents, and we will see some use cases and the customer scenarios. And then we will discuss about the governance and the best practices, because when agents are in the system, just like your documents and other stuff, we also look for best practices and the monitoring of the agent and also for the adoption of Copilot. At the end, we will have a Q&A, question and answers. Let's jump in here and start with a quick overview. Microsoft 365 Copilot, as we know, is the general purpose AI assistant. It helps us create, summarize, and analyze tasks and content. Now, Microsoft taking another step further on the agents. And agents are the specialized task-specific AI tools designed to extend Copilot capabilities. It's really an evolution from single assistant to a network of intelligent agents that can act, automate, and adopt. Let's see some key differences between the two. Uh, just take a look here on the differences here on the table here between Microsoft 365 Copilot and agents. They technically they sound similar, just like bots, but they actually serve very different roles within the ecosystem. Copilot, as we discussed earlier, that are good for drafting emails, summarizing, and generating content across Microsoft 365, whereas agents are more specialized and action-driven. They can connect to your data, mm, follow custom instructions, and even perform automated tasks. They like sending follow-up emails or generating meeting notes at the end of the meeting. So while copilots help, we can also say that as copilot helps you to think and create, while agents help you to act and automate. If I talk in layman tongue, that then we can also say that copilots help you to do the task, while agents can do it for you. That's more, I would say, would be meaningful. And you can also take a glance on this table. That's what are the more details written on here, and we will also explore some agents examples later in the session. And let's take another thing here, the matrix analogy. You might have heard about agents back in 90s from the matrix. Here, if we take our example of Copilot and agents, Copilot is like Neo. He is inside the system. He can learn, adopt, and help you seeing beyond what's visible, and can also help you to make better decisions. Agents are like Agent Smith. They are built to operate independently inside the matrix, performing actions while you performing actions even when you are not there, and they can trigger based on the context and data. Just we have seen in the movie also. So almost the similar example here. Now let's talk the new digital workforce inside Microsoft 365, the SharePoint agents. These agents bring built-in intelligence right into your SharePoint environment because you have the data there and everything there. Now, agents could be helpful with the knowledge available. And the best part here is every SharePoint site have its own agent. It's like giving each team or project its own dedicated AI teammate that knows the context and the content of the site. It was announced back in last year Ignite that every SharePoint site will have its own agent, and this will only be available to the users who have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license or Syntax license. Microsoft has already introduced two out-of-the-box agents, the researcher and analyst, under Microsoft 365. We will also take a look to these two, and these and the researcher agent help you to handle complex multi-step uh, tasks like market research or strategy development. It can pull insights from your organization and combine it with the external data, what latest available. And this is perfect for teams working on reports, proposals, or planning or marketing. And you might have seen that your copilot also performs a similar task, but this researcher agent is designed dedicatedly for this specific job. And similarly, the analyst agent, on the other hand, focuses on advanced data analysis. It uses Microsoft's new, or not Microsoft, OpenAI's new Omni reasoning model to process data, spot patterns, and explain results in plain language and also visualize them as well, helping end users or the users to see what's in the document, which can be in a raw format. And we will take a quick look on that one also, that how this would work. And beyond these available agents in Microsoft 365, you can also create your own custom agent and be tailored to your business processes and connect it to your data sources. So every department or project team can have its own AI-powered helper or bot, you can say, or your team member. You can also say a digital team member. Let's just jump into the session and to the demo to see what we discussed so far and how those are working. Let me open the browser window here. Yeah. So here is the SharePoint site. I have already have opened. I have opened couple of tabs. So we can go to the Microsoft 365 from here. Let me just hold this aside. I already have opened the Microsoft 365 chat here, and you have seen that it's showing couple of prompt suggestions based on the recent updates on your organization, and also it's showing two new agents. If you have already seen them or not, uh, that researcher and analyst, many of you already have used these. We already have discussed use for researcher used to analyze to create documents content from the content available from you know, from your SharePoint and organization data based on the access you have. And similarly goes for analysts. And you can also see there is another agent you might not have seen on your tenants, on your Microsoft 365 Copilot. This is a custom develop, and it's showing, and this is the area which will be showing all my agents, either those are third party or custom develop, where I have access. And these are past couple of conversations. So I go to analyst and let's see such some of the data here. I just add a prompt here. We will let me add a document here, and I have a document uploaded recently on the some stock data. Let me show you the document also. This would be the document which I have generated. So I go there and just write down, help me analyze this file and also create visual representation of the data. I'm just removing this. Okay. Meanwhile, this will generate, you will see, it will generate a similar, not the same, similar way of processing the file. And here you can see that it using some of the Python scripting and generating output and to analyze the data on what data is in the file and further doing further processing like planning and visualizing and the coding and executing again and again to fully analyze the data. You can see here and at the end it performed it what it fetched from the information, what informations are available, and then shown visual representations in form of a couple of different charts here. You can see there these informations, and you can also save these informations in Excel, PDF, or also in a PowerPoint slide. So we have just generated this one, and this I think is still generating the information. It could take a little longer based on the size of the content. And right now, I only have shared one single file. There could be multiple files, and it will do the relationship and everything by itself based on the data available. And shortly, it will show us the result. So meanwhile, we jump into the other what this third agent is doing here. If I go there, it suggesting me a couple of prompts here. And one thing before I go there, I will show you here. When I click on these three dots, it only giving me the option to share, nothing else, because I don't have the access to modify or uninstall these agents. But if I click on this one, it giving me option to edit and uninstall. because I have the ownership of this agent. And if I click on edit, this is the custom agent, and I will show you later on that how this can be created. But right now, I can modify mm, the icon of this one. I can add some description of this agent. Can change the name. Can also define the sources. Sources means the knowledge location from where it fetching the information, pulling the it could be a single document or set of documents or multiple different document libraries or sites, and it fetching the information from this folder. And I can also add some suggestions here, what suggestion prompts. So those could be helpful for the users to see what type of prompt they can add. I will just close it. And let's see the previous prompts result here. Yeah, it has generated. So you can see almost the similar result showing up here, but a bit different because it's not necessary for the AI agents to generate the same response every time. That could be different with the same prompt every time. So it's showing me a visual representation and also some tables here, and also giving me some further suggestions here to export the summary to Excel or PDF, or we can also do it on PowerPoint. Now here I will now jumping back to the HR agent, and here I will just go with the default prompt, share employee onboarding detail. What is the HR agent doing there? It's an HR helper or HR assistant, digital assistant, which can help to answer queries to the employees related to the employee onboarding, leave request application, or any HR like how many leaves I have in per year or remaining leaves. So this is designed to answer based on the similar queries. So I will click on this one and let's see what it's showing to us. So it's showing me it went to this document and fetching the information to help me to understand what onboarding process, what are the requirements of the onboarding process. So you can see the result here. And I have couple of previous conversations. Let's see how is the response there. It also showing me the key contact to contact essential system access and some further informations. So it's all depend how you write the prompt, how expressive your prompt is. It will be generating information based on that. So now I will jump into the SharePoint site, one of the SharePoint site here. And when I went to the site, if you have a Microsoft 365 license, you will see this icon showing up at the top. This is an open agent, a more Copilot icon showing up at the top. And let me also show you another site. This is another SharePoint site on a different tenant. You can see it's also a SharePoint site, but it do not have any icon showing up here. Why? Because here the user do not have a Microsoft 365 license. So that agent icon or Copilot icon is not showing up here. Now, if I click on this one, every SharePoint site have its own agent. But how it's showing HR agent? This is the communication site. The icon is similar. If I click on this one, it's showing me the communication here. This is the default agent of the site. But what I have done, I have modified the site, and I did some modification and set the HR agent as a default agent. Why I done this thing? Because I want user because it communication this site will allows user to search anything, but I want user to uh, by default search any content from my specific agent. This agent not only answering on the responses, but can also connect to the other business processes also. But those will be a bit different and require Copilot Studio integration. So I have this agent here. Let's go to the content here, team documents. I have couple of folders showing up here. And if I need to develop my own agent, how much effort would be required? I can select the department. It have couple of files here. I have selected this one. I can create the agent from here, or I can also click on three dots and create the agent from here. And I can name it as, okay, and there's already an agent already created for this one. So it's giving me option to create that agent or edit it. Oh, it already agent is ready. Sorry, we created the agent. I will edit it. So you will see it's showing me the same option which we have seen on the HR agent. We can change the icon and we can also change the prompts here. And here we have the sources. I can add more sources. It could be a possibility that I have data available on different sources here. So I can select those on the communication side or any other side. And the one thing here, the user can only access the information where they have access. So I will just save and close. I haven't done any changes here. And let's see. And what happened at the backend? At the backend, the agent is also a file saved within your SharePoint. If I scroll down, you will see an IT file showing up here. Yeah, IT agent.agent file. This is a .agent file with a Copilot extension. This is an XML file which have all the parameters and giving the folder mapping of the sources here. And you can easily, we will also discuss this at the end of the slide, that how to, from the adoption perspective or reporting perspective, a site admin can understand, can get that how many users are viewing the file. You can simply go to the site detail, to the file detail, and see how many users viewed it and how many users clicked on it. And I can just, I'm not checking in for now. And if I click on this one, it should start showing my agent now. It's showing me the IT agent by default, but this is uh, it's a bit duplication because there's an old agent that was deleted. That's why it's just showing from the cache. I click on it and just ask a query here. Mm. Share some coding best practices. And this could be helpful for not just the again, if you have IT support agent that can connect to different uh, ticketing system or can answer different queries related to the how to connect VPN or how to uh, install extended monitor or any query, IT related query here. So here you can see that I just fetch the information based on uh, uh, the prompt. It's showing me all the necessary information from those files, from the files which are attached in the system. These are two files from where it fetched the information. So you can see how easy it is to create a prompt and to create an agent. And you can also further customize the agent from Copilot Studio, where you can connect to external system, external databases. You can add Power Automate flows to perform different triggers and different actions on the content. And if you want this agent to be available all around, or you want this to be available as a default agent for the site, I just need to deploy it. Click on three dots, and you will see the option. Just a second. Set as approved. If I mark that approved, the file will be moved from here and it will be moved to site assets, and it will be approved and will permanently showing up on the top navigation for all the users. Right now, it will only be shown to me because I have the access. I have created this one, but once it's approved, it will be available to all other users. Now, let's jump in back to the slide. So we have seen a couple of options on the SharePoint agents and Microsoft 365 agents, which are available today. Now let's jump into the knowledge agents where your SharePoint starts thinking. Now, mm, you might be wondering, is the knowledge agent just another custom agent? This is the thing which came in my mind also when I heard about the knowledge agents. Uh, Not exactly. The knowledge agents is not exactly. I would say the knowledge agents are built in capability of the Microsoft 365, which brings AI-driven knowledge discovery right into the SharePoint. This was introduced by Microsoft a few weeks back, and currently in public preview. It's not enabled on the sites by default. You need to enable it. It's one of the most exciting addition to the Microsoft 365 ecosystem now. Unlike researcher or analyst agents, which we have discussed earlier, the knowledge agent is designed to help your team find and understand information which you have and wherever it lives in your tenant, and also reorganize that information. How we will see on later on, but it if we discuss about the key capabilities of it, then we can discuss about the intelligent content tagging. It's automatically classifies the files and pages using AI, so your content is stay organized without minimal effort, and create and add tags to those files, create metadata columns, uh, and fills in automatically, and there could be archive data with dozens of files. And that can be uh, tagged without any human effort. Knowledge discovery across sites and libraries. It connects the dots across SharePoint, surfacing related content and insights. Because we have seen, I think every SharePoint content administrator facing these issues, that same information available all around. So it helps you on that. And auto summarization and contextual insights help user quickly grasp what a document is about without having to open it. Right now, if we discuss about the licensing, it's handled under Microsoft Syntax and the Copilot services. So it's if you have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license, this will be available to you. Let's jump into the knowledge agents, how to configure it, and what a knowledge agent, how is it different? So, for configuration of knowledge agent, right now you need to connect to the SharePoint Online PowerShell, and then you need to just set the SQL tenant or the parameters available knowledge agent scope for all sites. You can also exclude specific sites or can enable it to a few specific sites. Right now, it's using the PowerShell because this was launched last month and it's still in preview, but in future it might be possibility that that can be done from the UI. And let's jump into a demo. So on this side, when I went to the clicked on Copilot here or agent here, it not showing me any knowledge agent or anything here. I'm on the same tenant, but there's another side. It's just showing me the default communication in the site agent. But now that default site agent has been replaced with the knowledge agent. You can see here, if I click on this one, I am on another site. Let me go to the top. I clicked on it, and by default, it's showing me the knowledge agent preview and just showing me some simple prompts here. And it also showing me because of to some of my recent agents here. But if I go to the one of the documents here, like IT documents, you can see these are a couple of columns which are showing up. These are auto-filled, auto-created by the knowledge agent. How it works. Let me quickly do a quick demo on this one. Mhm. I'm going to this site content. I will create a new library projects. So I just created a library and drop a couple of documents to this library. You might have seen a different from this side here. Is an icon showing up here. This is the knowledge agent icon here. I will click on this one. It's showing me the option to organize this own library, set up rules, create new view. So I will ask to organize this library. It will give me a couple of options, and when I click it on the first time, by default it starts creating three columns based on the content available, and just show some dummy value here with how it will look like. I can remove these or can change the column names also by editing them. And it also giving me a couple of other prompts also. Create column, create prompt, accept key actions. So I will just go with the default here. I will just click on save changes, front view or new view, front view. Let's see the magic here. So right now what happens? We only have around 6 documents here. But in actual, if there is a document library, you could have a million documents or more, or a couple of thousand documents also. It's really hard to create columns and fill up the information there. You can see it created the 3 columns here. Not necessarily it can get all the information. If those are template based documents, it can like project documents or any um, finance related documents, the columns could be more valuable. But now it fetch information, and for some it's showing that no, not found, and for some it's just fetching some of the information. I can re-ask to create more columns and can fill up further information. But now I will let me test one more thing. You might have seen that this thing, if you are not an expert, you need the SharePoint admin or some IT expert to do these this type of things, or maybe contacting your vendors. Now I want you to there's a requirement that whenever a document is added or modified, an email will be sent. Or this could be we can set up the rule like if Adnan is uploading a document, just remind me, or if there's a folder, we can also we can set up a rule. I'll just click on set up the rule, and it open it here, and I just want a scenario here, send a notification. It edit the prompt under, I will just send it, and let's see. It's sending the email notification to me here. Just I can write custom message here. I will just create the prompt here and save changes. Nothing changed on the look and view UI here. Let me create copies of 2 documents here, and let's see how this will work. I will just drop 2 more files. So what will happen when I have dropped 2 more files? So metadata fields are empty. It will automatically fill up the fields here. You can see this one is filled, and this will also try to fetch the information. If it found, it will fill up the information. But right now, it's not showing. Maybe these are the same documents. But when you create the columns, make sure that you can rename them, and it will understand what type of information you are looking for. If I go to the automate here to verify where is the rule, if I go to the manage rules, it's showing me a rule is created here to send email to Adnan. And if I go to my Outlook, it might take a little time. These are some old notifications. So you can see that it will send a notification like this one. And those will shortly be here in a minute, maybe. So this is how the knowledge agent helping us to organize the content. Now, if I go to the site home and I want to manage this site, I want to see that what's available here from the knowledge agent. It giving me an option to improve the site. The the prompts are different now. I click on improve this site. It checking the site if it have any page which we can retire, finding content pages and also any broken page. Nothing like here. And but how what type of pages are retired? For this I have opened an old site which have some of the classic old pages here, and I like this one is created in 2019. I clicked on it and select this option, improve this site. Let's see what it will show. It giving me 5 plus size suggestions to retire the inactive pages. If I click on it, it giving me the reasons not since you use since 8 years, 8 years, 7 years, couple of information that will help you to how you organize the content. Now I go back to the site, and if I click on this again and ask to create a page or create a news post or page here and just add the prompt here. Normally you add the content or create the content, but here you will just add the prompt and you can add some resources and it will create the prompt based on those. Or create the page based on those. Like I will just add a simple prompt, a very simple prompt here, like create a page about email resources. I have recently created couple of 2 pages, and you will see that it will start creating the content, and it has it will create couple of steps here. That how it will going to add the content to the page. Meanwhile, it will start adding here. I will show you the couple of pages which we have created, like this one. I just giving the similar prompt for IT services, and it has created this page. And we can and this is we have I haven't shared any content to it, like what is the document library. It created this one. Now see what it is going to create here. It's still creating like I told you, it created 7 steps here and it's now on 4th step. So it will create the page for you here. So you can spend some time with knowledge agent and it will be helpful for you. Now let's jump in back to the slide. Now, if we discuss about some use cases here with the agents from the real world, which from where our organization are getting benefit. The first one is employee handbook or HR assistant. And we have seen this demo regarding the employee onboarding, where that assistant can help you to answer your queries. Similarly, for IT support or self-help agent, we can call it, can handle repetitive support questions like password reset, how to reset the password, VPN setup, or license requests. It can connect the knowledge bases and also take show you some forms to input and submit, and it can save a couple of hours from the help desk responses. And if I talk about the third one, content quality and governance, we just have seen knowledge agents, how it helping uh, to review pages and documents for missing metadata, and also highlighting the outdated content. And so it can help you to for the organization to maintain governance at a large scale without any manual audits. And finally, for department level custom agents, think of a finance agent um, that help with report generation, or a marketing agent that summarizes campaign results. Each department can build and tune their own agent to match their specific workflows. These examples show how agents are just not are not just AI add-ons. They are integrated digital teammates that can adapt to your organization's real process and goals, because they know the content, and they know in what context they are working. So there could be so many scenarios when you start thinking, you will start getting understanding that what you can develop based on your needs. And if we talk about governance and practices, this could be itself a complete detailed webinar topic. But if we talk as organizations begin rolling out agents, it's important to pair innovations with strong governance. Let's start with the monitoring and reporting. Each agent, which we have seen, which we have created, include a usage under the new dot agent files, which I also shown you, and I will also show you an image, which is created within the SharePoint site and visible to the audit log in also in Microsoft Purview. Admin can also access usage reports from SharePoint Admin Center for the number of agents running on different SharePoint sites and who have created those agents. And all those reports and usage reports are available at the Admin Center, Microsoft 365 Admin Center. Now, if we discuss about the security and compliance consideration, agents follow the same content security model as Microsoft 365, means they only access what the sign-in user has permission to view. Data never leaves your Microsoft 365 boundary, ensuring compliance with organization and regional standards. And you can also monitor that how the users are accessing the agents. And if we discuss about the deployment strategies that can be done to the Copilot settings in Microsoft 365 Admin Center, administrator can manage where agents are enabled, whether at the tenant level or by the site or specific departments, and who will have permissions and who will be allowed for the usage of the agent, either that is a third-party agent or an internal agent. This will allow a controlled rollout and pilot testing for you also for if you are enrolling an agent for throughout the organization. And the last option, measuring adoption and defining success metrics is very important for that how much success look like, whether it is reduced time spent on content discovery, increase automation efficiency, or improved employees satisfaction. These insights can be tracked from the built-in analytics available in Microsoft 365. Like I told you about the agents dot agent within SharePoint to usage reports in Admin Center. Oh, and there are also third-party tools available for executing those reports. So if I show you here, you can see here that if I'm just like any document in SharePoint, if you go to the details, it will be showing that how many users have access and who has. If you click on the view, it will show how many have viewed the file. Similarly, You have site view reports also within SharePoint. No, site activity report. There you can also monitor the usage of the .agent files. And in Purview, you can also search about the .agent files from Purview that who have used, who have utilized those files. And if you go to the SharePoint Admin Center, there will be a insight report on all the agents, like the one which I am showing you here, which have listing all the agents here, agent URL template used for site owner, and the dates and some other details here. Let's jump in that onto this one, that how these things look like, and we are very much at the end. Just 2 more minutes. So this is SharePoint Admin Center. Went to the reports, agent reports, and I have an existing report. I do not have much on the portal, so on the last generated report, it's showing me the information like this, number of agents here. And if I go to the SharePoint site here, and I click on this, view details, it's showing me some of the views, just like the document utilization, usage reports, and how many use. It do not have any information showing up. Otherwise, it will be showing some of the links here. And if I go to the Microsoft 365 Admin Center, you will see the Copilot icon here. It will show you all the agents showing up here. I have searched one of the agent here, like survey here, and it will. I can go that how it will be deployed, who will have access, if there is any specific department or team. I can manage this thing from the admin center, and if I click cancel this one, it will show me all the agents which I can deploy in the organization, and also which are created within SharePoints or deployed to the custom Copilot Studio, and also where these what application this agent support. It's showing all those informations. Further modification for the Copilot is also available here. And if I go here further, we have the usage or the reporting. This will show the usage report will show a couple of reports here. I will just click on the Copilot report, and this will show me the usage of by license, by number of users, how many users are accessing the Copilots or agents, which agents. It will be showing all the reports. I do not have much data on this portal, but if you have data, then this will be helpful. Just let me see if we have anything left. So, so much from the agent's perspective. It's your turn as a human. Uh, we have shared the agent work, and now let's hear from you. If you have any questions, any queries, I'm happy to answer.
As Adnan mentioned, if you have any questions, please feel free to type them in the chat. I'm also going to be putting in a link for a very, very, very brief survey. It should take a minute or less to complete. We would just love to hear your feedback as we plan our next series of webinar topics. Also, if you have additional questions for our team and want a direct follow-up, there is a field for you there on the form to add your email and a note. You can also reach out at info@oliveandgoose, which I will also put into the meeting chat. But please, yes, go ahead and use the chat for your questions.
One of the question is regarding that how to set up the HR agent to be the default. I shown you that how to set up the approve the agent. Let me show you here quickly. If I go to the agent here, there are a couple of agents showing up here on this site, and like IT agents. I will just click on this one, this option, and there should be an option showing up to set as default. Let me select a different agent. Set as default agent. And once I click on this one, it will copy the agent to the site assets from this document library. So that because it's a possibility that user do not have access on that specific folder, but through site agents, it will be available to all the site users. So the next question is from Alex on, are you able to restrict who can make agents? Right now, I haven't seen that if we can restrict this one, but from the admin center, I haven't seen the property, but could be a possibility that if we go to the SharePoint admin center, there might be some options available to restrict users on the settings. There are a couple of settings showing up here. It could be a possibility that there is a setting to restrict users from creating agents. I hope this answer your questions. If you have more questions, do let me know. We still have a couple of minutes available.
I added this to the meeting chat, but thank you so much, Adnan. If you don't have any additional questions, please feel free to leave the meeting. As mentioned, I did leave a link to the feedback request form, also an email address that you can reach out to if you want a direct follow-up from our team. We will stay on. We still have time. So if you have questions, please use the chat. Otherwise, thank you so much for joining us. We hope to see you at a next webinar.
Actually, we can share a links, couple of links. If you have, you can specify your questions on the blogs. Then we can share a couple of links based on those. Like if you're looking for knowledge agents, its configuration or Copilot usage reporting. So we can share content on those ones. But we will be publishing some of the content on our Olive and Boo's blogs also. So you can also take a look to those. And session detail and the topic discussed today will also we will try to publish them in blog posts also. So you can also take keep connected, and we will share the link over the emails. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining the session today. And do share your feedback on the link which Sana has shared.
Great. I'm going to go ahead and end the event. Thank you so much, everyone. Thanks, Adnan.